Okay. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Monday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Parish Construction and Roofing. You need orthopedics, go to Brock. You need a roof, you call Parish. Okay, y'all. Also, Unique Physique, uniquephysique.com, restoredmotions.com. Tell you more about our great sponsors here in just a quick second. But of course, it is Monday Night Football, Saints game day, Saints at Chiefs. Really big opportunity for New Orleans here this evening. Tonight, opportunity to keep pace in the division. Of course, on with Falcons getting the win on Thursday, it means the Saints with a win would pull even. You'd have a three-way tie there in the division with Saints, Falcons, and with the Bucks. So you're 1-1 in the division right now. You beat the Panthers, but obviously you lost Atlanta. But huge opportunity tonight. Huge opportunity on the road against KC. Unenviable spot. Patrick Mahomes, Arrowhead, prime time, all that sort of stuff. But Kansas City has not. They're 4-0, which is incredible and a testament to them. But offensively, they have not really been the team that we've seen. I mean, Isaac Pacheco's out. We know that with the broken leg. Rashee Rice is out. This Travis Kelce hasn't really looked like Travis Kelce. They beat the Ravens in the opener 27-20. That was a game, if you remember, the Thursday night NFL opener where, literally it was a toe. When is Zay Flowers on the back line? I mean, a toe was just barely out of bounds. They beat the Bengals 26-25, an improbable win there. The win against the Falcons 22-27, where the Falcons had a chance there at the end to win it. And then last week beat the Chargers 17-10, but they've yet to score 30 points in a game. I mean, the most they scored was 27 in the opener against the Ravens. So you're talking about a Kansas City team that I think we are all looking in deference toward Patrick Mahomes, and rightfully so, because he's the best player in the NFL. And you have to respect his ability to get it done. But this is a team that is 2 spots behind the Saints in total offense. I know the Saints started off. It's funny, you look at where New Orleans is, where they were after 2 weeks. And right now, I mean, they're smack dab in the middle of the standings in the NFL offensively, 349 yards a game. The 31.8 points per game still leads the NFL. But obviously, we've seen what the Saints have done offensively the last 2 weeks, which just isn't even remotely what they were in the first 2. Meanwhile, Kansas City averaging 23 points a game is just right in the middle of the league. I mean, they're just have been a very average offensive team, but their defense has been really good. And obviously, you got the best player in football who is going to help you anytime you got a late game scenario. Found out Pete Werner is out for the New Orleans Saints. That means Willie Gay and Pete Werner out. You do get the Mario Davis back. How close is he to full speed? We'll see. But still, a really difficult spot, but a great opportunity for New Orleans tonight on Monday Night Football against the Chiefs. So we'll see how they do. Okay, y'all do me a favor, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. As always, our great sponsors are linked in the description on YouTube, and they're tagged on Facebook. So thank you all so much for being here, and thank you for supporting all our sponsors. As a reminder, Unique Physique, semaglutide, tirzepatide, that's the weight loss shot everybody talks about. Tirzepatide last week. A lot of news about how it's going to be more difficult to get. Was reassured late last week on Friday by my friends over at Unique Physique. They have a relationship with pharmacies. They're still getting it, no problem at all. So make sure. I think I button this one too. Anyway, Unique Physique, they literally just lowered prices last week as well. Lowest prices. You do the whole thing over telemed. Ship your medicine anywhere, never any contracts. So check them out, uniquephysique.com. Okay, let's say some good morning, y'all. Trivia Carter, what's good? Brian Wynn, good morning. Chance, how disgusting would a Texas versus Texas A&M rematch in the SEC championship be? Yeah, Chance, I don't think we're going to get there, man. I still think, I thought at the beginning of the season there was a really good chance we're going to see Georgia against Texas 3 times, regular season SEC championship, then again in the playoff, and I still think that's a possibility, a real possibility. There's no reason for me to think Georgia won't run the table. It's interesting how many people just saw the game against Bama and fled, forgetting that that was Georgia's first regular season loss since the Florida game in 2020. They know how to win. They played a miserable football game where they turned it over 4 times. They dug themselves a deep hole and came back out of that hole, which is just as impressive, because I don't think you're going to see many days where Georgia turns the ball over 4 times. So they got to play Ole Miss and they got to play Texas. And, if Georgia beats them, goes 11-1, and if that's Texas's only loss, I think you'll see a Georgia-Texas rematch in the SEC championship game. That's exactly what I'm projecting will happen. Brian Wynn, good morning. Thomas, good morning. Today is the day. Let's go. Let's go. Notice I'm wearing my New Orleans Saints black and gold, but I am also wearing my Vanderbilt black and gold. Jeffrey, Demario Davis is back. Thank God. Otherwise, we'd be screwed in the linebacker room. Jeffrey, you may still be. I don't know how close to healthy Demario Davis is. Missed last week with a hamstring injury, and soft tissue issues are always a little concerning, especially when you're that big and fast and explosive. On top of that, you're talking Anthony Orgy, DeMarco Jackson. I mean, those really the guys you want running out there trying to cover Kelsey and stop Mahomes and that crew? It's a big ask, man. Hooray for bots. Ifzal Hussein, how can I talk with you about your SEO ranks? Great. Just call me at 867-5309, Ifzal. Would love to talk to you. 867-5309. It's stupid. Vandy. Gorilla, the Alabama official page has turned comments off to the beloved Vandy game coverage. So good. Brent, good morning. Is another Bama is burning episode on the horizon? Brent, come on. As long as we've known each other now, morning Scone, AFR, every single day here, you really have to ask me that question, bro. As if you are uncertain of the answer. Brent. You know better, Brent. Drink your coffee, man. Drink your coffee. Is another bet. Brent, the minute that game went final, I started planning what I was going to do. I might have started planning when it was 13-0. Y'all better be there for the start of the show today. That's all I'm going to say. You better be there at 3 o'clock. Patrick, who dat? How nuclear will the Bama's burning segment be today? Bama losing to Vanderbilt. Unbelievable. Go Tigers. I hope I don't let y'all down. Brian, good morning. Headed home, give a friendly gesture to my left toward Oxford from Bates. Abner, good morning. Jaden is excited to watch. Abner, man, I'm telling you what, man. Yesterday, I found myself and in Baton Rouge, the local game simultaneously in the noon window were the Commanders, Browns, and the Bengals, Ravens. And I found myself watching Jaden. And Joe Burrow yesterday was absolutely otherworldly. He and Lamar Jackson were both awesome yesterday. Bengals blew it, but I only flipped over to that game permanently whenever the Commanders, Browns got out of hand. But Jaden Daniels is awesome. I mean, even when he's not at his best, he's still awesome. Weston Weaver, morning, Matt. How many total starters are out for the Saints? Is this going to be a rough night? Well, defensively, I think they're going to be fine. Okay. Yes, concerned about the linebacker spot. But here's the players that are out. Willie Gay, Taysom Hill, Cesar Ruiz, Shane Lemieux, Peyton Turner, and now Pete Werner. And Lucas Patrick's also questionable, who may be out as well at the groin. That means Ruiz, Lemieux, and Patrick all would be out. Means you'd be starting Connor McGovern tonight at center. You'd probably be starting Nick Saldiveri at left guard and Landon Young at right guard. And you got to play Chris Jones, a game wrecker in the middle. I am not very optimistic about the Saints' offensive ability in this game without Taysom Hill and with that banged up offensive line. Defensively, I think they can hang. I just don't know that offensively there's going to be much to show tonight. Go Gorilla. Garrett, did you see the AP voter who didn't have LSU ranked? Are these voters like SEC Media Days voters where it's a complete joke, or should he be criticized? I don't know, man. I don't care. I should have a take on. I just don't care. Maybe he forgot. Maybe he just left him off. Maybe he thinks they stink. I don't know. I just don't care. The rankings are so wholly irrelevant. They really, in a different era when they mattered, when that was how you determined the champion or who was playing for the championship, like it mattered. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. I don't care. Dane, good morning. Dale, does LSU have a backup plan for quarterback in this recruiting cycle? So Dale's alluding to the Bryce Underwood situation, which give me 1 second. Let me go turn off Drew's sound machine and all this stuff. I'll be right back. I'll finish that. Because someone criticized me last week for not giving it to you. Here we go.
Parish Construction and Roofing. At Parish, we got you covered. From the top of your roof, all the way down. Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish built. Parish built. Parish built. From your hometown. ParishBuilt.com.
Okay. From your hometown, ParishBuilt.com. Parish Construction and Roofing. So last week, 2 weeks ago, Dave Portnoy of Barstool went on one of the Barstool platforms and said he'd offer up to $3 million annually to get Michigan an elite quarterback every year. And he said he'd be the quarterback guy. And then over the weekend, some other Michigan YouTuber. Well, hang on. I'll play it for you. Some other Michigan YouTuber. Here it is. Went apparently on his channel and upped the ante. If this thing loads, I'll play it for you. Hang on. Anyway, he upped the ante. He said he would throw in another $1 million to get it up to $4 million. And he specifically mentioned Bryce Underwood. So that's the offer. They would offer Bryce. If Portnoy would do $3 million, here it is. This is the guy for the Michigan YouTube guy.
This time he says this. I talked to Sharon. This was today. I talked to him. I have his number. We talked. He told me to get one guy I've got to talk to, right? This is key. He told me the one guy I've got to talk to, one guy to talk to. I've not talked to that person. I will, and then we will see, right? Sharon gave me one name, right? And I haven't talked to him yet. I'm going to talk to him, right? And so it's got to be Bryce Underwood. But let's up the ante here, folks, right? If Portnoy goes to $3 million, right? If he taps out, for his $3 million, we will add $1 million to bring it up to $4 million. It comes with strings attached. That is the offer to Bryce Underwood. If Portnoy can go to 3, we'll commit to 1, as long as the strings, of course, the NIL, the name, image, likeness, is that we do the Bryce Underwood Show, your exclusive media rights here on YouTube. You're not doing any interviews with the Blog Boys. You're doing all your interviews here on the Michigan Football Report.
Okay, so congrats to that guy, because he's gotten a lot of people to talk about him. First of all, in the first 30 seconds of that clip, he said right 7 times. God bless him if he's able to make a career in media saying right every 4 seconds. Anyway, and I did talk about this at length on Locked on LSU, so I would highly recommend you go check it out. I don't know who that guy is. His name is Yoder, James Yoder, or something like that. Y'all, maybe that dude's like a trust fund baby, or maybe he has some like other entities that's made him independently wealthy. And if he has, good for him. I'd congratulate him. That'd be great. He's got 15,000 Twitter followers, and his YouTube channel has about 30,000 subs. My AFR Saints YouTube channel has almost, I'll tell you the exact number. So my AFR Saints channel has 42,800 subscribers, 42.8. AFR LSU has 26.8. So over 70,000. My YouTube, just my AFR YouTube channels, not even count Matt Moscona, Locked On, have let's say all combined. Let's see, 7, 8, 8, 15. All of my YouTube channels combined, I'm pushing 100,000 YouTube subs. I know a lot about revenue in the digital space. I know what CPMs are. I know about how much money you make on a video based on viewership. I know what those CPMs translate into as far as ad dollars. If an advertiser wants to spend, like, this is my space, this is my life. I know a lot about this. What I'm telling you is that guy ain't making no $1 million doing a YouTube show that has 7,000, 8,000 views per episode. Like that episode where he went and made that bold proclamation, did like 44,000 views. I will disclose this information to you. Probably shouldn't, but I will, just for perspective. This is how much I love you. Whoop, that's not the one I wanted. So remember, I told you that guy, that episode did 44,000 views. Come on, load. Of course. Oh, there we go. I'll tell you exactly here we go. The Whiskey and Wine post-game show against UCLA did... Wait, hang on, that's not the one I wanted. I want USC. Here we go. This will do it. The Whiskey and Wine post-game show against USC did over 50,000 views. So more than that guy. And including super chats. So this isn't even AdSense money, including super chats, people paying money to see their comments and all. That episode alone made $830.16. So what I'm telling you is the guy who says he's going to fork over an extra $1 million ain't making that money on YouTube. Do you understand me? So again, maybe he's got another business. Maybe he's independently wealthy. Maybe he got a rich uncle who died and left him an island. Maybe. And if that's the case, hat tip, good on you. But I think all that is that guy trying to market his channel and to get attention, knowing he's never actually going to have to stroke that check. Just my 2 cents on it. Maybe I shouldn't have disclosed all that, but there you have it. Okay, please smash the like button if you would. Subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. Let's see, 5 more minutes. Where am I? Damon, good morning. Richie, morning time, Marty. What do you think about the linebacker downgrade today? So Pete Werner was downgraded yesterday. And if you follow along at LouisianaSports.net, you would have known that yesterday. I think it's challenging. DeMarco Jackson, Anthony Orji, one of those guys have to step up. Tiger Diver, Eli, morning. Is it just me, or are there an unusual amount of gun celebration this year? Life imitating art? I don't know what that means. Sorry. Tim, good morning. Brad, remember how people said expanding the playoff would ruin the regular season? Brad, I'm actually talking about that today on AFR. I mentioned it last week when Georgia beat Alabama. Boy, what an irrelevant regular season game that was, right? And then this weekend, how meaningless. People just don't care anymore, right? Bama's in there, Les Miles, Mark Richt era. Elijah Steele, morning, Matt. I know you're not a recruiting guy. Do you like LSU's chances of landing Stewart? I am supposed to be talking today to someone in Stewart's camp. So I reached out to Jakeem Stewart yesterday, invited him to come on the show. He said he can't. He said, but I could talk to his manager. And I understand, man. You got these dudes who have a lot of people pulling on them, and there's NIL in play, and you should have an adult helping you with that. But I'm supposed to talk to that person today, so I'll have a better sense. I do not know. I know the feeling around LSU has always been that as long as Frank Wilson's at LSU and Bo Davis, it gives LSU a great chance to land him. I do know that Southern Cal's defensive line coach is from New Orleans and has a relationship there. And Texas and Oregon are doling out big money. So what does Jakeem Stewart want? Is it to stay home and have a good NIL deal and play for Bo Davis? Is it to go play for the cat from New Orleans who's the Southern Cal coach? Is it the big payday that Texas or Oregon can give? I don't know. Leon, if we can run it all on the right side tonight, we win. Richie, I read that one. Fish, what's good, man? Chance, Burrow, and Chase were unstoppable yesterday. Their horrible coach ran the ball 3 times, missed a field goal in overtime. Yeah. I know. Should never have gone to overtime, as a matter of fact. Burrow's one mistake was the interception that allowed it to get to overtime. Yesterday said Miles was ill. Can you say what illness he has? Will be okay. No. Not going to say. I think there's a reason why you haven't seen Les very much in the public eye. You got my 4-year-old daughter telling "Go Tigers" and humming 0-4 tuna around the house. Love it. Kelly Groves, good morning from Vegas. Irfan Gamorgan. Mitchell, who dat? Anthony Orji legacy game. Hopefully so. I'm curious. I don't know if Jalen Ford's going to be active today. Yeah, Orji's probably the safer play. He's been around a couple of years, knows the defense, probably the safer play. Ronnie Duga, good morning. Jeffrey Brown, good morning. Jamar went ahead of Rice, NFLSU. Good morning, Matt. What's up with the injuries this year? Kind of like every year, man. Injuries happen. The thing that concerns me are the soft tissue injuries when you have hamstrings and groins. And like, those are the things where you're wondering, like, are you not stretched? Are you not warmed up enough? Like, what's going on? The soft tissue ones are the ones that concern me the most. You tear an ACL, you break a leg. That's the physicality of football, you know. It's hamstring, quad, groin. It's that kind of stuff. Oblique. That makes me go, you got it, Jason. Be there at 3:00. Michael, good morning. Dane, morning, Scone. Come on, man. Got to keep it family friendly. Jacob, good morning. Rocky, the LSU boys had a day yesterday. Brian Thomas has been awesome too, man. And remember, Malik was a scratch yesterday with concussion protocol, but everybody else held up their end of the bargain. Brian Penn, can't wait for Bama burning on NSC shorts. Rocky, watching AFR today, should be there at 3:00. Be there at the start of the show. Bubba, good morning. Hurricane prepping once again here in Central Florida. My goodness, I know, man. I hope y'all make it through fine. That just seems unfair after what happened with Helene to have another one coming that way, man. It's always kind of strange how the later in the season, I don't know all the physics behind it, but why the later in the season the storms always tend to drift farther east. But hoping for the best for y'all, man. Quentin, good morning. Patrick, good morning. Jaden's an MVP candidate. At this pace, yeah. Michael, RIP to Scone's voice for 2 hours. Yes, DeMario is back today. Losing to Vandy is crazy. Yeah. Sounds like from Beamer's comments, we can expect a lot of injuries from the Ole Miss defense Saturday. The funny thing is that Lane Kiffin was the one who always used to complain about that. About guys taking dives and falling down and all that sort of faking injuries. Lane complained about that. Now his team is complicit in it. Okay, 7:45. I got to get going. If I missed you, my apologies. As always, y'all shout out to Brock and Parrish. You need North Peach, go to Brock. You need a roof, you call Parrish. Unique Physique and Restored Motions. You want to lose weight? Once a week injections for weight loss. Unique Physique, semaglutide, tirzepatide. They have them. Lowest prices, no contracts, telemed, so you don't even need to go in the office. They can ship anywhere in the country. UniquePhysique.com. And of course, if you have pain, book a session with Crystal Poche at Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com. Jonathan, go. I talked about this a bit ago. Go. I'm wrapping this up. Go watch Locked on LSU right now, or listen, YouTube or podcast. I lead the show with that conversation. So we're done here. Jump over there. If you want my full comments on the Bryce Underwood stuff, LSU potentially getting a flip for 2025, and I give you my early thoughts on LSU Ole Miss. That's all on today's Locked on LSU. So please, podcast or YouTube, whichever you prefer, go there right now. Thank you. All right, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. We'll see you for